Yeah!
Fuck this shit. Who leaned on a light?
I turned that light on.
I've never been more perplexed.
Someone just walked in. Great time.
I was actually going to read some fiction.
The 9/11 story.
Oh, I know.
That one's a classic.
It's so good.
It is pretty good, isn't it? I was going to read from Pea Girl Gets the Belt. So, Pea Girl, like urine. Oh, like urine. Like pee girl. Yeah, this is a poem called Pea Girl. Sorry, short story called Pea Girl Gets the Belt. That was published in one of the 42 million literary journals that exist in Montreal. It also has one of the protagonists has the name of somebody who's here tonight. I'm not talking about you, Sarah. It's a very common name.
It's a good thing you said that because she would be bothered.
Yeah, just so you all know.
Yeah.
Okay. This is from Pea Girl Gets the Belt. Okay, so basically my protagonist is a doctor who works at a center for. Are you paying attention? I know our attention span is very short at this point, but
Listen to women.
So, thank you. So, okay, my protagonist is a doctor who works at a addiction counseling place, basically. Sarah is her receptionist, and she fucking hates Sarah so much. She hates her so much. Okay. Sarah wanted to have a baby. She wanted to have a baby in that carnivorous way that some women begin to want these things at a particular age. You might not understand this, she said on another after-work outing. She demurely sipped her full sugar Coke while I gnashed my teeth on the ice on my second vodka soda. But I've been talking to this guy online and I started having dreams about our baby. Despite myself, I actually did understand. I've wanted to have a baby exactly twice with 2 ex-boyfriends. Both times I'd had dreams about the baby. One of these boyfriends had been a dock worker while I was a med student. This man had been thick all over and was in the later stages of being able to control his meth addiction. He used to drive his truck around filling potholes in his spare time. Sometimes until 3 or 4 in the morning. He knew almost nothing about me. All we did was fuck. When I dreamt about our family, he was sober and our son was big and healthy. His ruddy white skin 3 tones darker than his pale yellow hair. Just like his dad.
Aww.
My boyfriend eventually got busted filling potholes and booked for the meth in his pockets. When he called me for bail money, I lied and said I didn't have it. I started having different dreams. Ones where I was running around an empty house after a crying boy that I could hear but I couldn't see. When he dumped me in court-ordered rehab, the dreams stopped altogether. And I was relieved because I was spending 4 days a month feeling like I was tied up in the back seat of my own body and I was watching somebody else drive me somewhere I didn't even want to go. When I told her this, Sarah pressed her fingers, which were not painted but were perfect, nails naturally long, to her nose while her eyes filled with tears. I knew you'd get it, she said. I just knew it. The man whose baby she wanted to have had found her on Instagram, where she often posted pictures of herself looking beautiful and talking about the people who had hurt her. She showed me his profile. He was a musician. Sarah, I said, this man is very famous. I know, she said, her eyes glassy with joy. I manifested him. She explained that she'd been paying a woman in Oregon to teach her over video call to use meditation to meet someone exactly like this man from Instagram. Someone handsome and exciting and well-resourced, she said. For our family. Sure, I said. This must be how you felt with your fella, she said. I looked at my drink and the ice melting in it. Yeah, I said. Sure. Sarah began to insist that she and I had a very special bond. I started staying up too late on work nights, drinking expensive Cuban rum and eating caramel corn with a silent intensity, scrolling my phone, opening her Instagram over and over. I don't have a lot of girlfriends. Sarah told me at work. I need to know that the women I spend time with aren't going to get competitive. Yeah, I'd say. Sure. The second man who came in, the bassist in a glam rock band in Brooklyn who I had dated for 4 months in the latter part of my early 30s. I just got the job I still have. It was my first community health placement. We had a 4-day work week. I'd only ever worked in emergency rooms and I didn't do well with so much free time. I coped by becoming a fitness nut and spending my weekends raving and going to live gigs in New York City. That's where I'd met the bassist. He was 12 years younger than me and a lot less smart than he thought he was. He put on fun, high-energy shows playing stupid music that I did not enjoy. When I dreamt about our baby, she was school-aged or a teenager, or she was middle-aged with kids of her own. She always looked the same, with my blonde hair and bad posture and her father's Italian nose. She always said she was happy to see me, even though I could tell she was resentful about something. She would have this air like she knew something that I didn't. Whether she was a little girl or an adult woman. And it always pissed me off. When we hugged in my dreams, I knew that the way that I loved her was 1,000 times more powerful than anything else I had ever felt, and also that I had known her for my entire life. The bassist dumped me because my job made him feel bad about living off of his trust fund.
Many such cases.
We will get revenge one day.
I did not try to get him back. Instead, thin and hot in a way that I had never been before and have not been since, I drove to New York one weekend and I fucked his entire band. While blowing his drummer, I started vomiting profusely and then I woke up hours later at the New York Presbyterian Brooklyn Methodist Hospital to discover that the drummer had dropped me off and then split, and that I had somehow contracted a serious stomach infection, and since I did not get travel health insurance, I spent the next 3 years paying off my American medical debt.
Oh!
Well, get in trouble.
In the first year, I stopped working out completely and regained all the weight I'd lost. In the second, I met my husband at a dinner party hosted by our old executive director, the one we hired before we hired Susanna. It's girls like us, Sarah would say. At work. Girls who really understand love, who understand this kind of thing. At night, when I was done eating caramel corn and was drunk on the fancy cumin rum, I'd crawl into bed with my husband. My husband is kind and attentive. We have things in common. We get along. We make about the same amount of money, which is plenty. And before we got married, he helped me pay off my American medical debt. We both have plans to become health nuts, but we haven't gotten around to it. I'm happy when I see him, and I'm sad when he goes, and I have never once wanted to have his baby. I don't ever dream about it. Sarah came into work one day with a wild look in her eyes. She was too loud with the clients. Suzanne had to talk her down. Let's make sure we bring the energy that our clients need. Tapping on Sarah's desk with one manicured finger. Of course, said Sarah. I could see the whites of her eyes from across the room. Her chignon was messier than usual. We made eye contact across that room, and I'd never seen her so lovely. Like she wasn't standing on the earth. Like she was rising up from it. When our eyes met, the smile she gave me made the whole room glow like a frizzy marigold. What did it say? I mouthed, manifesting. She explained over lunch that she had some friends who ran an arts collective in one of the few old bohemian lofts left in a borough that's all condos now. I would have invited you, but they keep it like really exclusive, she said. They barely let me in. The very exclusive arts collective had thrown a secret show that past weekend. Nobody knew who was playing until they got there. Who was it? I asked, but I already knew. They'd spent the whole weekend together. He decided to delay his return to LA, and she was staying with him at one of the nicer hotels in the city. This must be how you thought with your fella, she said. Getting spoiled every day, making love all night, dinners and shopping and such. Thought about the medical debt my husband had helped me pay off. Yeah, I said, sure. She was more blissfully happy every day she worked that week. Then, on Saturday, she called me wailing. He's gone, she said. This morning, he made love to me, and then he ended it, and now he's gone. I did not want to talk to her. I couldn't leave her like that. I sat on my old couch in my living room staring at a strip of hanging fly paper that I'd been meaning to change. This ribbon of death in front of my faded gray polyester curtains while Sarah cried on the phone for 2 hours that day and 3 the day after. On Monday, she put in a request to Susanna for vacation. It's more like bereavement, Susanna. I quoted with a snort. What did you say? I asked. Yes, obviously, she's entitled to it. I hope it helps. One of the interns would cover her post at the front for the time that she was gone. The front room smelled more like piss than ever. I didn't drink as much rum in the evenings. Didn't eat as much caramel corn. A few days later, she called me. If you say you're in LA, Sarah, I said. A fresh fly on the paper arrived and kicked its 6 little feet to heaven. I swear to God. To justify herself, Sarah quoted her Oregon manifesting coach. Sometimes, she explained, 2 souls will decide in a previous life to meet up in this one and continue their journey.
Yeah!
Twin flames.
A soul contract. And continue their journey. A soul contract, I said. She told me this before. A soul contract, she said. Yes, exactly. It was a public show he was playing. Anybody could just buy a ticket. It's not like it's a secret, she said, and I could hear her adjust herself violently in her car seat. It's not like he doesn't want people to come. It would be a surprise. It would be romantic. I think that people these days have been too thoroughly conditioned against what makes things really romantic, she said. Everyone's all woke and reasonable. It's like nobody wants to fall in love anymore. When she got into the venue, she'd gone right into the alley next to it for a cigarette. Sarah did not smoke. But it's like she was sitting in the back seat of her body and someone else was driving. She'd bummed off a loitering roadie, and then her musician had come out of the service door with another woman. I had never seen him like that, she said. And she started to cry. So at peace, she made him happy. She'd left before he could see her. She'd gone back to her car across the street. The club was old and music leaked out of the walls. She'd bought a pack of smokes and sat in her car with the windows down, smoking and listening to the muffled rock show until it was all over. And then you went back to your hotel, right? I said. Jason drove them, she said, sniffing. Fucking Jason. He knows me. We spent that whole week together. We talked about our dads and MDMA. Right, I said. I figured it wasn't the right time to bring up her sobriety. Instead, I asked, who's Jason? This driver, she said, the pep back in her voice for a second. Right, I said, sure. I cleared my throat. On the paper, the fly's legs were moving more slowly. Sarah, where are you? I followed him, she said. I followed him to his house. That's the end. Thank you.
She's allowed to leave now.
No, that'd be rude. She can leave an intermission, which is after one more act, folks.